During the next 15 minutes, we will introduce you to the components of the Cemintel Surround Cavity Walling System, the specific tools required for installation, and the key steps to follow to ensure a trouble-free, quality install. Surround is designed to be installed as part of a pressure equalised cavity system. Air circulation and drainage is facilitated with openings around the base and the head of the wall. This reduces the risk of moisture penetration and prevents moisture build-up, creating a healthier, more breathable building. The core component of the Cemintel Surround Cavity Walling System is a pre-finished fibre cement panel. Panels are 8mm thick and are coloured throughout. They are available in a range of colours and finishes. Panels are 1.2 metres wide and 3 metres long, although other sizes can be supplied on request. Panels are designed to be express jointed and rivet fixed onto Cemintel's Express Wall Top Hat framing system, which can be fixed to industry standard steel, timber or masonry structural frames. The patented Express Wall Top Hat is a purpose-designed galvanised rolled steel section for supporting the vertical edges of the panels. It is available in 1.15 BMT or 0.75 BMT and comes in 6 metre lengths. The unique 35mm deep profile acts to accommodate movements of sheets at vertical joints. There is a recessed area for fixing the express wall vertical gasket for added weather resistance. This EPDM closed cell foam gasket tape is self-adhesive with a protective paper layer that needs to be removed when the tape is used. The intermediate top hat is installed vertically at intermediate locations between express wall top hats. It comes in lengths of 3.6 metres or 7.2 metres. The H515 top hat is shallower, being 15mm. It is installed horizontally to the face of timber or steel vertical framing to support the express wall and intermediate top hats. It comes in lengths of 3.6 metres or 7.2 metres. The angled surround aluminium backing strip is installed at horizontal joints to deflect water and helps create an expressed joint appearance. Surround panels must be fixed with surround rivets. These uniquely designed colour-matched stainless steel rivets come with a pre-assembled rubber sleeve. The surround rivet and express wall top hat system provides for expansion and contraction cycles and movement of the frame, reducing stress around fixings. Any panel cuts will need to be sealed with Cemintel supplied edge sealer to prevent moisture getting in. Sealer and backing rod will be required to finish around windows. Hex head screws are recommended for fixing top hats to timber or steel framing, as per your engineer's requirements. The surround system requires an air barrier in the form of either a wall wrap, like EnviroSeal ProctorWrap CW, or for higher wind pressures, Cemintel recommends using a rigid air barrier and offers a 6mm fibre cement sheet suitable for this purpose. You will need to source appropriate flashings and a metal angle trim for the soffit, such as shown here. A 5mm thick spacer is fixed behind the soffit angle trim to allow air circulation. This L-form cavity vent can be used at parapet and horizontal control joints to provide airflow. It has a compressible foam filler and a self-adhesive tape for easy fixing. You will need a standard drill to pre-drill panels and also to fix top hats to the structural support. You will need a 9.5mm drill bit. It fits a standard 10mm drill chuck and is designed for drilling accurate holes in the surround panel to accept the surround rivet. This rivet centering tool fits to your drill and comes with a 4.1mm drill bit. It ensures rivet holes are drilled into metal top hats accurately in the centre of the pre-drilled panel hole. Drill bit replacements are also available. You will require a Gasipa AccuBird rivet gun, along with the rivet gun nose piece. The nose piece has a slight convex shape to accommodate the shape of the rivet and protects the rivet and panel face against damage. It also prevents the gun slipping after the rivet breaks. Using a standard rivet gun nose piece is not acceptable. A diamond-tipped 4-tooth blade in good condition will be required when cutting the fibre cement panels. Cemintel recommends using a plunge saw with a guide rail and a vacuum system to manage the dust generated. Metal cutting tools are required to cut the steel top hats and aluminium backing strips. When cutting, take proper precautions by wearing appropriate PPE. The first step is to prepare the frame, ensuring to make it square and plumb before affixing any product. This may require packing some studs to create a uniform fixing plane. Fit your wall wrap or rigid air barrier following the installation instructions provided by the manufacturer. Then install flashings to base and head, including installation of metal angle to soffit, and windows as per manufacturer's instructions. Cemintel recommends fitting a subframe with windows. Allow sufficient depth to the window subframe to accommodate thickness of supporting framing, internal linings, rigid air barrier, if used, as well as allowing around 58mm to accommodate the depth of the top hats and panel. Where windows are flush mounted, the back of the face of the window when installed needs to sit flush with the panels. Fix H515 top hats horizontally to the vertical framing at the appropriate positions. These shallow top hats will support the rest of the walling system. Refer to the span tables in the surround design and installation guide for ideal positioning. Also, install directly above and below any window protrusions. Next, we fix the corner supports. By installing intermediate top hats upside down at the corners, a supporting surface is created for fixing the corner angle. At external wall corners, panels can be fixed up to 100mm from the vertical edge of the panel. When fastening the panel 100mm from the panel edge, fix the centre of one top hat around 92mm from the wall corner, with the adjacent corner top hat being fixed 76mm from the wall corner. Referring to your panel layout plan, fix express wall top hats vertically to the horizontal top hats. They will need to be centred at the vertical express joint locations. Fix intermediate top hats between the express wall top hats and the corners to provide extra support as required. Refer to span tables in the surround design and installation guide for the recommended positioning. Apply the self-adhesive vertical gasket along the recessed centre channel of the express wall panels. Be careful not to stretch the gasket in the process. Remove the top layer paper to complete. Because panels are pre-finished, special care needs to be taken on site to prevent scratching and damage during the installation phase. Depending on your panel layout, some panels will require cutting. Use a good quality fibre cement diamond blade and cut slowly through the panel to get a clean cut and minimise the risk of scratching the panel surface. After cutting, give the panel edge a light sand and wipe away any dust, as this can stick to panels. Any cut edges must be sealed with the Cemintel Edge Sealer to stop moisture getting in. Drill the panel mounting holes prior to lifting panels into place. This can even be done off-site. Holes need to be made a minimum 100mm from the horizontal edge of the panel and a minimum 40mm from the vertical edge. The number and location of these rivet fixing points will depend on wind load requirements. Refer to fixing tables in the Surround Design and Installation Guide. Do not use a hammering action when drilling. Take care to avoid damaging the panel with the drill chuck when approaching the end of the hole. Again, clean away any dust and debris as soon as possible to ensure it does not stick to these finished surfaces. At least 3 people will be required for fixing. 2 to hold the panel while the other fixes. The first row of boards need to be positioned to clear the flashings by 10 to 15mm. In the case where you are working from ground level, ensure ground clearance to regulatory requirements. Starting at a corner, insert metal angle between the panel and the corner top hat. With the rivet centering tool and the 4.1mm drill bit fitted to your drill, starting at a corner hole, position over the panel hole and drill into the metal top hat. Ensure the rivet gun head is secured to the rivet gun and insert the rivet shaft. Position through the pre-drilled panel hole into the pre-drilled top hat. Push the panel firmly against the framing and operate the gun to pull the rivet. Prior to riveting through the top panel holes, insert the aluminium backing strip behind and along the top of the panel. As well as providing weatherproofing, the strip will ensure a consistent 8mm gap between adjoining panels. When installing the next column of wall panels, ensure a gap of 8mm is kept by using a piece of cut panel as a measuring device. It is aesthetically important for the vertical and horizontal joint gaps to be consistent. Prepare the top panels and glue a strip of 5mm spacer along the top edge. This is required as part of the walling system's ventilation design. Slide the top panels with spacer attached behind the metal trim at the soffit junction and rivet into place as normal. Finishing the job now simply requires a wipe down with a clean, damp cloth.